Okay, what's up, guys? It is REDinFamy with the man DeeJ on Destiny 2. So, me, like I said before in the previous interview with Luke, I'm a Destiny crackhead. That's just me. I have embarrassing hours of Destiny, raids and all, character level, everything. So when it comes to Destiny 2, a lot of people, of course, just got a chance to play the beta, played hours and hours of that. So I see there's some new things as far as like how the loadouts are. What made y'all change the loadouts? Was that like a fan reception of something to change, or did y'all want to just bring some type of nuance to the whole layout interface?
I think a lot of it has come from freedom. We've had a great 3-year run with Destiny. We've had a chance to learn from the people that play the game. People like yourself who spend a lot of time in the game. Other people who go in and they enjoy it a couple hours a week, a couple hours a month. You know, Destiny reaches so many different players for different reasons, for different periods of time. We can listen to people say, I really wish I could combine this weapon with that weapon. Or I really wish that I didn't have to choose my gun based on what the burn was for the Nightfall this week. Yeah, for the Nightfall this week. So the fact that, you know, we have kinetic weapons, we have energy weapons, we have power weapons. If you're the type of person that wants to go into every single engagement with rifles, like I do, if you're the type of person who wants the most important thing you do in the game to be with your shotgun, like I do, you can make those decisions. So
you're the person that just slides and just hit me with the shotgun and okay,
maybe
you're one of those people. All
one of those people. But I mean, for you, like, what's your favorite weapon combination?
I like to snipe. Like that's one of the things I love to do. Warlock gang all day, but I love to snipe. I like to be the supporter character a lot of times.
Okay, yeah. So every warlock's a healer now.
Yeah.
Isn't that cool? So every warlock, whether you're you know, whether you're the, oh my God, whether you're the Dawnblade.
It's because of the epicness.
Yes, it's the epicness. My mind is clouded with epicness. Plus, you know, there have been so many builds of the game over the course of the summer, you know, rolling off beta, people got to, you know, they really got to get that Dawnblade in their hands. Every Warlock is a healer, every Titan can throw up a barricade, every Hunter does something that's only good for themselves, they can dodge. But we're trying to give the different classes in the game a real sense of purpose. Like, this is why you would pick that class.
I see like a fusion almost, like taken from what the Titan had, put a mix in it with the Warlock. Like I seen that because it's not Sunbreak anymore. What's the new one? I forgot what it is.
The new Titan is the Sentinel?
Okay, the Titan is the Sentinel, and I just like the fusion of the two. Now another question that I got even from fans and some of my friends is like, is there going to be another class? Is another class coming or some type of subclass coming in the future? And did y'all hear that from the fans as well?
For now, we are Hunter, Titan, and Warlock. We have over time given the different classes new ways to fight. You know, even in the Taken King, we got new abilities that we were able to acquire and master. So there's no telling when we might do that again. But for the time being, we really like the fact that the culture of Destiny is built on these 3 specific archetypes, and like you say, there's a good fusion there. You know, they mesh well together, they play well together, they fight well together, and when people are putting together their raid teams or their Crucible teams or their strike teams, they can say, I'm going to pick this character for these abilities, I'm going to be the one that throws up the barricade, you can be the one that heals us, and you, Hunter, just dodge.
So I love that you throw some shade to the Hunter, because I can't stand, I cannot stand the
Nobody
Hunters.
likes Hunters,
Nobody
right?
likes the Hunters.
Except for the Hunters.
Except for the Hunters.
Kidding.
I'm not the only one.
Wait, stop. We need to stop.
Y'all
Hunters,
are horrible.
we love you, Hunters. No, you're an important part of the community. You add something important to the game.
Broken.
For yourself.
For yourself. So, like you were saying, like I love the whole team aspect of Destiny. Like, to me, it's a bonding thing as well when it comes to us gamers. We all get to pick and choose who we want, be a part of that whole community. That's what I love. Is there anything as far as, because now it's we don't have the tower anymore, so now it's farm. So when it comes to that, what are I've seen a couple of new things when y'all revealed it, but what's some more interactive things we can do instead of us just having our own bonding moment, but something that Bungie has created for the gamers to have overall when it comes to farm?
Well, there's clan support in the game, and this is something that I am hugely excited for it. This is why I work for Bungie. I have been a member of a Bungie.net clan. I have a Bungie.net clan with a born-on date of 2005.
Oh,
I can prove it to you right here on the companion.
Okay.
But the thing is, the fact that I need to use a second screen
all the time,
to talk to my clan, to make plans with my clan, we wanted to get that experience into the game. We want people to be in the game, pull up their clan roster. If I meet you, if I bring you along on a raid using guided games, if I welcome a lone player into my fire team to go on a raid, it doesn't sound like you need that. It sounds like you've got people to raid with. But if I bring somebody from the community to join my clan for one mission and we like that person, I want to be able to invite that person right there in the game to be a member of my clan.
Because a lot of people always had to go on Reddit and all different types of places, or the forums on Bungie.net. And it was like, it was work. It was a lot of work to find the perfect people, because you have people who don't have maybe that time to build friends or build, you know, someone on a friends list. So I like how y'all kind of put that in the game.
And that was work, but it was just the type of work that resulted in a good fire team of people that knew each other, knew what they were doing. Like, we're going to go play a raid. It could take hours to finish. Whereas if we just match made that, jump into a raiding party and say, I got 20 minutes until dinner. What's all this? They're like, it's a raid and we're going to lose because you have 20 minutes. So what we do is the clans provide a good baseline for teamwork and problem solving and communication. And if one person comes in and adds that random human element to that experience, then that clan can say, all right, you're the unknown factor, but we can lead you to victory in this raid.
Nice.
So that's one of the things we're doing to make the game a little bit more social and to welcome people who are not as social into those awesome hero moments where they get to climb to the mountaintop with people who are willing to guide the way.
Nice. Now, another thing which always keeps everyone wanting to play Destiny over and over again is grinding out to get, of course, shaders, emblems, and even gear. Another cool question was, will shaders come to weapons? Will that be something y'all ever thought of? Is like making shaders a part of weapons as well? Any other extra customization?
There's nothing I can tell you about right now.
Okay.
But we did start applying ornaments to weapons in Destiny 1. So it's something we think about. How that will manifest itself in the future, stay tuned. Time will tell.
Time will tell.
Yeah.
All right, another question was, when it comes to as far as a fire team, and I even seen in Crucible, it was cut down to 4. Will that ever grow again?
Never say never and never say always. Those are my 2 rules. We cut it down to 4, but we also expanded it to 4. So if you're the type of person that liked playing skirmish, or if you're used to Trials of Osiris, that 3v3 combat and that 6-player combat, it was difficult to kind of find your rhythm in the Crucible. So the fact that all game modes are going to be 4v4 now gives people an experience that they can anticipate. It gives people a rhythm of combat and teamwork that they can master. It also provides what we think is a combat scenario that is a little bit more learnable. Not to say that it's slower or less action-packed. If you played the Crucible in the beta, you know it is. There's still a lot of opportunity to kick people's asses.
Nice.
But when we say that it's learnable, we mean that when I go into the Crucible, if I lose, I understand why I lost. That team sent 3 people to come and attack that objective in Countdown. Or that team had really good map control and they really controlled the middle so that they could have A and B but not C or something like that.
But the worst.
And then when we understand these things, when we can learn about why we lost and what makes for good teamwork in the game, we can then adapt our playing style so the next time we go in, we can be better. So that by paying attention and by learning, we become better at the game. Whereas before, 6v6 combat was just chaos, right? Supers raining down on you from every direction. Every time I get a rhythm for it.
There's some Palpatines up there, too.
There's some Palpatines, or jerks like me with shotguns, sliding
and gliding in DMs all the time.
Yep.
All right, so last question. Of course, we have the antagonists. We have Gaul.
Yes.
Which came out of nowhere. I was like, oh my gosh, now I'm even more interested in the story, because there was always like a give or take when it comes to Destiny with the story. People's like, I want to understand it. I don't feel like reading these Grimoire cards, all kind of stuff. So when I was like, wow, you have a Cabal coming out of nowhere, and they was deemed to be like the low of the low, and they're taking over. So what made that flip, that switch to say, these are the ones y'all should have been paying attention to this whole time. When it came to the
different moments in the Destiny player experience call for different opponents. So once upon a time, we introduced the Taken into the solar system. So all sights are set on the Taken and Oryx's path for revenge. Now we have a new villain. Gaul comes to Earth. Gaul feels like the Red Legion and the Cabal should have been the Guardians. Why on earth did the Traveler choose us to give us these enormous powers and these amazing abilities? Why not the Cabal? They're the ones that have conquered world after world after world. So he comes to basically evict us out of our home, claim the Traveler for himself, and say, we will now be chosen. We will choose ourselves. We will make our own fate. And they send us limping out into the European dead zone to find new ways to fight.
Wow, that's amazing. Like, that's what really, like, at the end of Homecoming, when you're playing, I was like, that alone, that whole cutscene drew me into the story. That made me like, wow, I cannot wait for September to come as much as possible. The story is like, it's gonna bring it home.
Yeah, we've raised the stakes.
Yeah.
So we take everything away from you that makes you a hero, and then you have to find new ways to make your character powerful all over again, so that you can go back and rescue our home and reclaim everything that makes you a guardian.
Wow. Now PC, will there be a PC beta?
There will. Yes, it will. We'll actually be announcing on the blog this afternoon what is in the PC beta. So I'm going to leave that.
August 28th.
I'm going to but we'll talk about what you're going to play and what's in it. I'm going to leave that to my man Cosmo.
Okay, got you.
And this will be our last round of testing before launch.
Good.
Then the console launch starts on September 6th. And the PC launch, the first time we have ever served the PC community.
How was that though? What was one of the, as far as obstacles, because you know with PC there's a lot of modding, and then of course the whole question of can you share gear, like what was the obstacle with that, and try to avoid that from happening and kind of ruining the ecosystem of Destiny?
The ecosystem, the fact that Destiny is a shared ecosystem is something that we take very seriously. So we will make sure that the game is the authority on what happens to you and what your progression is like and what you earn. Every Guardian is completely in control of their own adventure. That's a huge core principle of Destiny. So the things that you will earn by fighting. The way you configure your Guardian will be through combinations of things that we have built.
Nice.
You know, different armor, different weapons, different perks and talents, the way you configure your talent tree. These are all the decisions that you get to make when deciding how can your Guardian be your own personal depiction of what you think is the ultimate warrior.
Nice, awesome. Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Can't wait to see you out there, the Crucible, not, doing the shotgun thing. I'm going to need you to stop doing that.
Well,
So,
if
you're
I
not
get the
gonna
power
stop?
ammo, I'm going to
Okay.
use it however I want. And how I want.
All right. Destiny 2, I'm excited for it. I cannot wait. All right, make sure you all pick it up when it releases. Deuces.